Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's my first time to do a live stream. Okay, thanks. Thank you, husband, for making sure that this is working because I'm not a techie person. I needed all the help I could get from him to make sure that this thing right here is working. Yeah, good evening in the Philippines and good morning here in the US. Here in Utah, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. And well, I just decided to try to do a live stream for today just to see how it goes. Along the live stream, I might be speaking in Filipino for some part or speak in Taglish, mainly because there are some things that I would want to express that may be difficult in English. In other words, yung mga hugot ko, baka mas, well, mahirap i-English, nakaka-nosebleed. Tapos, aside from that, para maiwasan din po nating mabatukan ako ng asawa ko sa ibang mga advice na maaari kong ibigay along this live stream. So I'm just doing probably um, 20 to 30 minutes of live stream, and the topic that we are going to talk about this Sunday is how to survive a major heartbreak. Yes. Okay, so I see people coming in. I'll just be waiting for more. And yeah, for those who do not know me, I am married and I am originally from the Philippines and then migrated to the United States 2018 in Texas. But now I'm here in Utah with my husband. So, yes, thank you for everyone who is with us today online. How's it going? Where are you guys from? Can you chat or tell me where you guys are from so we know where the people are from? Okay, so I think with the live chat, with the way my husband set it up on, wait, I'm trying to see, on this side, like, shucks, I'm bad with left and right. You will see like a black screen. You can chat, and I will see anything that you would chat in there. Okay, so without further ado, let's talk about the topic, which was requested by a few subscribers. That is how to survive a heartbreak. So, I don't know, maybe a lot of my subscribers are going through a lot of stuff right now. For some reason, has the coronavirus situation in the Philippines made a lot of people break up with their partners? I don't know. Who knows? Or maybe you're just in that age because I look at the analytics. It's, well, yesterday we have subscribers from 18 years old to 24 years old, but a lot are in their 20s, okay? So, yeah, that's when a lot of people experience major heart problems. Am I a love expert? No. But have I had quite a bit of heartbreaks to say that, hey, I have quite a bit of experience when it comes to that matter? Yep. Um, I've gone through the two routes of dealing with a heartbreak. For me, there are two routes. You could either go the cray cray way or the mature route. Most of the time, when you are younger, in your teens and maybe early 20s, and most of the time during your first few relationships, you will go through the cray cray way. If you haven't gone through that, I would think it's either you didn't really feel love, or you didn't really invest that much in that relationship. So yeah, it's normal to go through the crazy route. The crazy route is, oh yeah, sure, Jonathan, yikes. Don't tell me you haven't gone through a cray cray route. Wag po tayong ipokrito, no? Hello. Okay, anyway, so the cray cray route is kind of self-destructive. I mean, it's not the best, but it's an experience that you have to go through in life to become better. If you did not go through that, maybe you were just in a lot of denial during that stage. So I think from my teens until my mid 20s, as crazy as it may sound, was more of the cray cray route for a while. Um, this is self destructive. You know, you go out, party, drink, do crazy stuff, and the next day, you know, you feel bad because you know that what you did was not beneficial to you, or sometimes you just feel bad because of a very bad hangover. Alam mo yon, yung sometimes, oh, my sister once asked me, why do you guys like drinking? Because, well, for people who knows me and my sister, we're total extremes. I'm the middle child, so I'm the one who gave life to the family and enjoyed my life to the fullest. So my sister once asked me, why do you guys like to drink? It does not taste good because she does not drink. Okay, I told her that, alam mo, hindi naman umiinom ang mga tao para sa lasa ng alak. Sometimes it's to wash away the pain and numb your feelings. Shit, ew. Okay, so but yeah, let's face it. You know, when you're heartbroken, sometimes it's just easy to choose that route. Go out with your friends, drink till you're numb, and then the next day you feel horrible, especially in your mid 20s when your liver is not so fresh anymore. So your acetaldehyde stays in your body way longer. Okay, we have a question. How long was the longest relationship mom dad? OMG. The longest relationship I've had was almost 8 years, but it was on and off. I started dating him when I was 18, and then it lasted until I was like 25. It's the longest relationship. Was that the one who you've gone cray cray for? You know, this is crazy. I think in the early parts of the relationship, I've gone cray cray for him because, first, okay, thank you for this question. Okay, for some reason, the early parts of the relationship is when your dopamine levels are so high, and for it is then that your emotions are still all time high. So during the early parts, yeah, when we fight, I go cray cray. I go back to my Facebook post, and like memories of Facebook remind me how crazy I was and how immature I was in dealing with our problems. Like if there's a problem, I would post it. It's stupid. I know, but I was young, so that's okay. We all go through that. Jonathan, you met me when I was a totally different version of myself. Okay, an all improved version. So you're lucky. Okay, so have I gone cray cray for him? Early on, yeah, but when we finally called it quits, it was a long time coming. Um, we spent great times together. We've had our ups and downs, but ultimately the thing is, I grew up, he grew up, we grew up, and we just grew apart. It wasn't working. I know that it wasn't the relationship that I wanted, and we just have to let go because I do not see myself being with him. So even it was an 8 year relationship, it just wasn't working. And it's not good for my mental health. It's not good for myself. It wasn't good for him. Both of us had our shortcomings. I recognize that. He might hate me actually right now, but I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But we both had our shares. Oh, not still cray cray, Jonathan. I'm telling you, you haven't seen the crazy dad. You're meeting the nice dad. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that question, Crystal. I appreciate that question. And I think you might be my student back then when I was in that 8 year relationship, so you might have seen him. Who knows? Have you got do you guys know him? Please do not. Okay. Anyway, so that is the cray cray route. It's normal. It's okay if you have done some crazy stuff during those times. Forgive yourself, guys. It is okay. Yes, I am telling myself it is okay. Okay, so crazy route. You go out with your friends. You don't focus on what you are feeling. You go out, drink, meet people. Shit, magtatagalog ako kasi baka patayin ako ng asawa ko. Magde-date ka ng magde-date. Just, to get attention from other people because you don't know how to love yourself yet. So, you try to find love somewhere else, which is, in the end, not good because at the end of the day, you go home, no matter how great your friends are. My friends are great. I love them all. They have always been there for me through my cray cray and mature route. So, as much as supportive my friends were, at the end of the day, I still just have myself. At the end of the day, pwede kang mag-walling dyan sa may door ng banyo at mangiyak-ngiyak. Pero, you still just have yourself. So, eventually, I hope you learn to go through the mature route. The mature route is like you focus more on yourself, trying to improve on things that you have control over. Because, we never have control over another person. No matter how much you want to think that we can manipulate or whatever, or try to control the situation, you can only control how you react to the situation. You can only control how you deal with the situation. So, eventually, if you have gone through some relationships, yeah, some of you, I recognize that some people would have met the person they marry and love in their early years, but mine wasn't like that. Mine, I met the love of my life. Hi, husband. uh, I was 28 when we met. So, yeah, if you're in your late 20s right now and you're feeling like, oh, I might just grow alone and whatever, don't worry. Time will come, someone will come, and you'll realize that you're glad you waited, you know? Because I look back, that long relationship, I thought it was the one. Like, I was 18, and I was like, oh, I was so head over heels, gaga, cray cray. Like, oh, I just want to be with you all the time. It's just so immature. Looking back, I'm like, I'm glad it did not work out because I am very happy with where I am right now. And even the other cray cray relationships that I've had. Like, ladies, if you're in a cray cray relationship that you sometimes doubt if it's still right or you're happy, maybe it's time to reassess things. I don't know your situation, only you can tell whether the relationship is good for you or not. But I look back and think that, yeah, I was too crazy in those times, a little bit too dramatic at times. Ew. If I remember the things I have done during my younger years, I'm just like, I'm so glad phones with camera did not yet exist that time, or if they did exist, they were not as affordable for a lot of people because, oh my, I had my stupid, stupid, immature ways. Okay, so, well, as I've said, if you are going through that cray cray stage or you've done some and you think back and regret them, just remember that you are young and your heart is broken. You're not rational. And when you are not rational, you are hurting, you are emotional. No one has the right to tell you on how to mend yourself. No one has the right to tell you on how to deal with things because you have to figure it out on your own. And people who really care about you and who really love you at the end of the day will be there for you and will understand you. People who have something bad to say about the way you dealt with things and would judge you for the irrational things you've done while you are hurting are the people that do not deserve to be in your life. If that makes sense to you, people who love you will always be there for you. I mean, they might tell you that you're doing something wrong, but they will understand where you are coming from. I love you, Gabby. Yes, feelings demand to be felt. Shorting. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, we're humans. It what makes us humans. You do crazy things. You cry about it. You regret it. But at the end of the day, it is what makes us live. To experience all these emotions, to go through these crazy, stupid things. Even my most rational sister has gone through a crazy stage. But of course, that is not my story to tell. But yeah, all of us, if you have ever invested time, effort, emotions, even money, best, magastos ang relasyon, you will go through that. Okay? So, um, that is the cray cray route. And the mature route is trying to focus on yourself. As I have said, you have no control about how other people would feel or about the situation, but you totally have control on how you react on situations. So when I started to mature, and once I get out to the 8-year relationship, I somehow, little by little, started to deal with breakups. Yeah, I've had breakups after that 8 years. So before I met my husband, I had that short stage. Yun yung stage na, alam mo yun, enjoy mo lang yung life mo. Whole face daw, whatever. But yeah, that's when I started to think that maybe I am looking for love in the wrong places, but I have to start looking deep within me and focus more on myself. So my first step was to work out, exercising. A lot of people here are, a lot of my subscribers are pharmacists in the Philippines. You know, you do know that exercising releases endorphins. It makes you feel good. Kapag malungkot ka, kapag galit ka, pag gusto mo manapak, mag-workout ka. I really advise working out. There was a time I was so angry, or even a time that I was so sad. Hi to Jordan. And even before that, my coach, Mark. So Jordan and Mark are two of my previous personal trainers in the Philippines. So I schedule workout when I don't feel good, to be productive and to distract myself in somehow a positive way. Because drinking is okay. You will go through that. That's fine. But it's not gonna do yourself any good in the long run. In contrast to working out, you work out, aka revenge body tayo best. So, yeah, para pag nagkita kayo ng ex mo, eto na po ako ngayon. Okay? Hi ex, ako yung sinayang mo. Uh, marami pala sila. Hello mga ex. Okay. Shit, papatino ng asawa ko. Buti na lang Tagalog to. Okay. So, yeah, I worked out. I worked out a lot. If you have gone through a unhealthy relationship, two things could have happened. You might have Hi Gabby, yeah, revenge body. Have you started working out? I love you. Okay, so um yeah, where was I? Shit, no, nawala ako doon. So I started. Oh, if you have gone through unhealthy relationship, two things can happen. You will either gain weight because you stop taking care of yourself, you let go, and being in a relationship, you end up just eating, going out on dates. Come on, food tastes better when you are with the people you love. So yeah, or you could also lose weight because you've gone through a heartbreak and you cannot eat. There are two types of people when they are sad or depressed. One would eat a lot, because it makes them feel good. Well, I'm the type of person, when I go through a heartbreak, I go through an anorexic phase where I find it difficult to eat. So if you look at my previous Facebook posts or whatever, I usually lose weight when I'm heartbroken. But yeah, I work out and exercise a lot and meet up with my friends. Yeah, revenge buddy is the best thing. But okay, I want to emphasize that you're doing this not to get them back, but for yourself. You know, I know you will go through a phase that you will say, "Oh, I'm gonna work out so that when you see me next time, this is who I am now." Because it's human. It's especially ladies. That's like our mentality. Like, pagsisisihan mo, pinakawalan mo ko. Alam mo yan? But after some time, you will realize that it's not worth the energy to think about they are thinking, because they're not even thinking about you. Come on, let's face it. They are not thinking about you. Akala mo lang iniisip ka. Akala mo lang yun, be. Hindi porke nag-message siya na kumusta ka na, ibig sabihin, miss ka na niya, bored lang siya. Okay, so yeah, stop thinking of what they would think and start doing things for yourself because you want to improve on yourself. You have to work on being the right person instead of finding the right person, especially ladies. At the end of the day, you have to know your value. Stop putting yourself in that sale rack. Stop bargaining. You have to stick to your principles and to your standards, because if you compromise early on, in the end, ikaw yung talo. In the end, you're the one who will be like, why did I let myself be treated that way? So yeah, work out. It's the best thing that you can do for yourself during a heartbreak, to distract yourself from a lot of things. Uh, Miss Dad, I don't have the energy to get out of bed and to work out. That's okay. Uh, I go through a few days just being in bed back then when I was sad, but you'll get tired of just being in bed. You want to do something. Every time you want to do something, you want to get your phone and just message that person who left you, message a friend and ask him or her to go to a gym. Because uh, to me, it helped a lot. So I do thank my trainer in the Philippines, Jordan, because aside from being a trainer, he has been a really good friend to me, because he listens. He listens with all my cray crayness, and somehow I get a guy's perspective on things, and these are things that your girlfriends may not know. So yeah, get a trainer. Shampoo, guapo pa yung trainer ko. So yes, but we're really just platonic friends. But yeah, I'm so glad that I did. I had him back then who would listen just me rant, because talking about things will help in a way or two. Okay. Second thing that you can do aside from working out is to find a new hobby. Slash fishing, slash boy hunting. Hindi, joke lang. I'm just joking. But yeah, find a new hobby. Shit, let's think. Is there a thing that. What new hobby did I find when I was going through a major heartbreak? Making money? Is that a hobby? No. Yeah, I think the hobby that I found back then was to. It's not even a hobby, but to improve on my looks. I have all this kind of insecurities, and I just started doing stuff to myself because I know that that insecurity of mine has been there since I was 7 years old, 5 years old. As soon as I know about what looks good and not, I have been insecure about my looks since then. I don't know. I mean, um, I don't have a lot of insecurity about my intelligence because my mom would always tell me that we are smart. But with the way I look, I had a lot. Installs Tinder, installs Bumble. Just kidding. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, that was a hobby. Is that considered a hobby? Jonathan, you cannot comment on this because I met you through Tinder. Okay, so yeah, yeah, that is a hobby. Meet people. It's a good way to learn about outside people. Not just your clique. Okay. Anyway, but be careful. Be careful when you do those things, because I hope you're mature enough to know to protect yourself from a lot of things. You know what I mean? Okay, so yeah, I started working on my insecurities. Maybe someday I will share that in my YouTube channel. What are the things I did to work on those insecurities? But yeah, first I worked on my physical appearance, and then I started, you know, internalizing, meditating. Hindi naman, but yeah, I started to give the love myself deserve that I've been giving to other people. Okay. Find a new hobby. Yeah, maybe Tinder might be a hobby. Just be careful because my friends would call me a serial monogamist. For some reason, that's the reason why after the 8 years, I said I'll be single for a while. But then I got into a relationship and gone cray cray, and then got into another relationship and then gone cray cray again. And then I was like, I'm done with relationships for now. I'll stop being a serial monogamist. But then I met my husband. Binigay ni Lord Best. Tatanggihan pa ba natin? Okay, but yeah, our story is a whole different video or maybe a live stream. I don't know, but it's beautiful. It's unconventional. It's magastos na LDR because we had to fly back and forth for the first few months that we were together. Okay, and yeah, my third advice on how to survive a major heartbreak: be with your friends, and I'm talking about real friends. You may call a lot of people your friends, but let's face it, in this world, bilang sa kamay mo ang tunay mong kaibigan. And I'm very, very lucky that my true friends are more than one hand. So I consider, like, yeah, quite a bit of them to be real friends. They have seen me through my crazy days. They are the ones who get mad for me when I cannot get mad because, once I've invested a lot in a person, I just can't get mad at that person. I and just feeling sad and trying to understand where they are coming from, like why they did what they did. But wait, so I can install Tinder and Bumble just to meet people? We'll talk later. Huh? Okay. Tigilan mo ko, Jonathan, ha? Well, if you think that way, babe, can I install Bumble and Tinder too to meet people? Will you be okay with me doing that? Okay. So, yeah, be with your friends. I'm talking about the friends that you know are really there for you and want the best for you. These are the people who will defend you even when you're not there. If they hear people talking bad things about you, those are the friends that you should treasure for life. And I'm happy to have those friends that I don't even need to talk or to explain my side because they know that they understand me. Okay, and I love them and I miss them so much. You guys know who you are. Of course, Gabby, who's always present. I miss you so much. I miss the Philippines. Okay, so that's it. And maybe the last advice in the mature route is to rediscover yourself. If you've gone through a crazy relationship, toxic maybe, unhealthy maybe, I'm saying maybe because it's not all bad. I'm sure there are some good memories in there that you keep hanging on to, but relationships change you in one way or another. Some people become very bitter about it, that they don't want to try on love again, which is sad because not all people are the same. Maybe you just met that person to teach you a lesson and not to be your forever. So I hope someday you'll get over that bitterness and open your heart again. Because if you don't, then how will you find that person you'd want to spend the rest of your life with, right? But while doing that, you try to rediscover yourself. Because in the process, as I've said, you have lost your identity because when you are in a relationship, you have to consider the other person, and whether you like it or not, to make it work, both of you have to compromise. Now that you're single, you're heartbroken, it's time for you to just focus on yourself. No compromising. It's you. You are your own priority, and you should not feel bad about doing that. Doing what is best for you. And baby, I love you too. Okay? So, yeah, those are my advice in the mature route. If you are heartbroken right now, just know that psychologically they say there are five stages in dealing with a breakup or a loss, whatever that may be, that is, or going through a hard time. That's the dabda sa mga nakakaalam. That's your denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. I don't know where you guys are right now. If you are listening to this, you probably are going through something, or you just love me and support me. So thank you very much. And so, yeah, the first stage is denial. This is normal. Like, you feel like you don't want to tell anyone what is going on because you're still in denial that it is true. And it's okay. But the sooner that you deal with it, or you talk about it, the sooner you'll feel better. But don't rush it. Take as long as you need. It is yourself that you have to take care of at this point in time. Then the next step is anger. You will get mad. Did I get mad? I think I got mad once with one of my cray cray moments. Just once. Yeah, I think just, well, with the 8 years, there's a lot of anger in there during that 8 years. But the other cray cray one, I will not mention his name. We love and support you, and somewhere between those as well. Aw, thank you, and I love you all too. That's why I started this channel, because I miss talking with people who I can just talk to. Yeah. Anger. Yeah, that was crazy. Okay, maybe I'll share this story. I got so I was in denial, and then I got so angry. I told you during my younger years I would post stuff. So I did. Hi, friend. Yeah, you remember the days. I did post something in Facebook, and I was like, oh, you're not only a coward or a liar, but you're also a user or something like that. And for some reason, well, of course, his family knows me, and they are my friends on Facebook. And I did not mention a name, but it's kind of obvious that I was pertaining to him. His mom unfriended me, and then his aunt that I met messaged me and asked if it was. I almost mentioned the name. It was him that I was talking about, or like what is happening. But I was like, oh, we're just over. Just letting you know. You can unfriend me now. But yeah. Jonathan, is that the password somewhere that you type? Okay, anyway, so anger, yeah. After you have that anger out, you realize how crazy you were and think that, oh, was it my fault that we ended or we broke up? Was I just going crazy, or is this all my fault? You get gaslighted, and you think that kasalanan mo. So you start to bargain. You try to compromise and sell yourself so short, but that you cannot control someone. Pag ayaw niya na sa'yo, BS, wala tayong magagawa. Kahit gano'n ka kaganda, kahit gano'n ka sexy. Bea Alonso nga iniwanan ikaw pa. Joke lang. But yeah, you bargain. And maybe you will succeed, maybe you will not. You will succeed, but I'm telling you, you probably will end up sad again. Because you'll just go through that whole process again. And you will not succeed. Probably you'll end up to the stage 4. That is depression. I hope you don't stay too long in that phase. It's okay to feel that. Damdamin mo, namnamin mo. Because if you don't do that, you will never experience, or you would never appreciate the happiness that you feel once you are over it. And the last stage, of course, is acceptance. Again, you don't have to blame yourself. Even, both of you had shortcomings. Both of you did what you could. It just wasn't meant to be. And you have to accept that it was just a lesson. And you learn from it. I always stop going back to the same person or thing that broke you, because you'll not find yourself there again. You have to let go and find yourself. And by finding yourself, you become a better version of yourself. And when you become a better version of yourself, the right person will find you. And you'll be happy again. You know? I think that's the best thing that I could say for now. Thank you very much to everybody who tuned in with us and live streamed with me. The first time seems great. I'm grateful for people who are here today. And yeah, so I think my final message is, I wrote it here. I'll just read it because I don't want to forget it. So I want to impart these words with all of you. That is, in the end, you gotta love yourself more than the person who broke you. And remember that you cannot find the right person, or should I say, the right person cannot find you if you're stuck with the wrong one. You have to let go, Bess. Let go. Okay? Focus on being the right person. Focus on yourself. And start giving yourself the love that you deserve. Okay? So, guys, thank you very much. And that's it for today. Have a good night in the Philippines. And for those who are in the US or other parts of the world, good morning or good afternoon to you. And let's see if I'll do another live stream next week. Just message me if you have any topics that you want to talk about, or comment it down below since I'll be uploading this. And yeah,